Hey everyone, welcome to That Pedal Show. My goodness. What an absolute honour and treat. We are in Lone Star Studios, Noel's studio in London, and we're going to hang out and talk guitars and make some noise and pedals and everything.
I was writing, gave the master plan away as a B-side because someone said, well, we need an extra track. It was like, when you put singles out, they had to have 4 tracks on. We only had 3, we'd ran out of songs. And it's like, well, write another one. And I was like, okay, it shall be done. And then kind of played them the master plan. Nobody said, whoa, what are you doing? What? You can't do that the B-side. Everyone was like, great, let's do it. And it's only like years later where you go, fuck. What? And Talk Tonight and Half the World Away, all those great B-sides.
Oh man, Half the World Away.
Yeah.
Do you, in that period, did you just know that's a great song? You just knew it?
Because they come, one of the rules, not that there are any hard and fast rules about songwriting at all. You can do on anything. We found some outtakes recently of definitely maybe sessions, and it's before the track starts. This is what it sounds like, but it was never there wasn't no big concept behind that sound. The Wem I bought, there was a place in Manchester called Johnny Roadhouse. Anyone that knows the Manchester music shops, Johnny Roadhouse was amazing. Everything was 50 quid, everything. And I'd have bought that for 50 quid, and the Marshall I think I got when I must have come into money somehow, and the Led Zeppelin and Pistols and all that kind of thing, and the two of them together actually just sound. I mean, it sounds amazing. That was the live rig until the royalties came in, But those Wems, I mean, wow. Actually, I haven't played those two for 30 years, right? And I knew I still had it, and I've got the guitars, obviously. I haven't got the Space Echo, sadly, because that was a big part of the sound. We would go into the front of the Space Echo and just turn the preamp up full. And so we've got down there, and the Wem at the bottom, the markings are still on it, and the bass and treble is on full, right? Which is insane. And I plugged it in there and just played the Cigarettes and Alcohol. I was like, my God, that's the sound. When I told Johnny that the night I wrote Slideway was insane night. I remember being up in the bedroom in the studio in Mono Valley and just putting a drink down, and I took it out of the case. I was like, wow, it's beautiful. And I literally wrote Slideway, not the words obviously, but the entire kind of structure of it. I remember telling Johnny, he was like, because I don't know if you're I'm one of those people that think that there's music in these things, right, and you've just got to get it out. So ordinarily, if I'm at home and I've got a guitar at home and I haven't written anything on it for a while, it served its purpose to go and get another one, and something will happen, And Slide Away was in there, and but there's not a day goes by that I don't give thanks and praise to Johnny for giving me this guitar as a dude. There's something. Well, we all know there is something in the simplicity. And once you know too much, you can't just simplify it. Sure. Do you know what I mean? You have to be a simple kind of.
It's the melody. It's
defining myself as a simpleton.
It's your melodies are so strong, whether you're playing on guitar or within the song itself, and so when you do a solo, it's the perfect addition. It doesn't take anything away.
I kind of know. I know. And I've been wrong a few times, but not many. And I think I remember saying to somebody early on, like, you have to make it look easy because you have to entice other people into it. If you're upstage grimacing, sweating, and seen Paul Stacey play live, honestly, it looks like he's having a fight with a bear, right? He's really kind of, it's like, that would not make me want to play the guitar. So I was like, you have to make this look easy. it gets other people into it. It's got the best fucking drive on it ever heard. The Echo Drive. That has been part of my sound for years. So that is the sound. But when you play it live, so.
That's amazing.
It's so rock and roll.
I know. So I never have the Echo Drive, but I still use this to this day. I never have
The delay turned
the
on.
delay on it at all. It's got a valve in. It's got the best fucking drive on it ever heard.
Wow.
You know, it was I used to get grounded a lot because I was a bit of a difficult child, but and I used to take it upstairs and play along to Joy Division bass lines is how I learned how to. I used to play one string at a time and play Love Will Tear Us Apart and all those great Peter Hook melodic bass lines. And then there was a guy who knew a guy, you know, who smelt of petunia oil, right? And I had no concept of the tuning of a guitar. And this guy came round and he tuned it up. And it was like, oh, what do I do now? And you know, I think the first thing I ever learned to play in it was House of the Rising Sun.
Right.
Talking to Johnny, and I'm like, that guitar, tell me about that guitar. I got it off Pete Townsend. Right? This is a Smith's guitar. And at that point, I was like, you fucking ain't getting that back. And I wrote Slide Away on it, right? And I used it on all of the Definitely Maybe recordings. And I used it for years. It's got a really, really funny thin neck. I don't know. You'll be more. It's got the flattest.
Oh, wow.
Now the neck is something. I don't know what the neck is. Doesn't match the body anyway.
Well, the logo down the headstock usually means it's an earlier one. That's what you thought, isn't it? It's like maybe a 53 conversion or something. But yeah, that's maybe it's been slimmed down over the years or something.
It's all coming from the amplifiers. Really getting them as to the point where they just are begging for mercy,
Right.
you know, and then take it back a tiny little bit, and then let the engineer do the rest. But yeah, you can't get that. You know, you see all these pedals now, the amp in a box, and they are great. Thorpe stuff is fucking. I mean, these guys are geniuses.
They are geniuses.
They are. I've been in it.
Amazing.
How did it go after that? And so Definitely Maybe blows up. You start doing big shows. You start to take this kind of rig out, and then all of a sudden, as the venues get bigger, what are some of the challenges that you faced playing wise?
Well, that I swapped. I remember I swapped the WEM for I had an orange stack for a while. I couldn't tell you which one it was, and I bought that simply because of Peter Green, because I mean, he's one of my favourite ever guitarists, and the orange, you know, it's a very 70s thing, and they look, you know, to have an orange cab on stage at the time was like, wow, man.